Hey friends, my name is Kaya, I'm 26 years old, and my best friend's name is Emma. We are the same age. Emma and I were the best of buddies right from boarding school up to college. We had many friends, but our friendship was really special. We could always count on each other. We used to hang out together. We used to laugh, cry, and had loads of fun together. We used to share everything with each other, and were there for help always. Life was easy and fun with her. Remember, this happens with everyone. Eventually, we completed college. My best friend Emma got a job in a multinational company. I was happy for her. And now, she got busy in her work, but every single day, we used to text and a phone call each other. We were hanging out together practically every week. Although after joining her work, she was giving less time to our friendship every time she had some or the other reasons to not responding. But when this started happening often, I realized she is ignoring me. She used to always want to hang out with me, but suddenly she gets busy. Whenever I used to call her up, she had her excuses ready, like she wanted to focus on her career and all. But I used to see her hanging out with her new friends and other people. I thought, that's okay. She's doing her own thing. Everybody finds new friends at their workplace. But still, I used to text or message her because you can't forget your old friends, right? One day, I messaged her this. I missed you. Let's go to dinner. There is a new restaurant that serves amazing sushi. I know you love Japanese food. She replied, Hey Kaya, sorry I have to go out with my mum for groceries. The same evening, I went to the store, thinking I might bump into her. While coming back from the store, I saw Emma on a bike, sitting behind a guy. I hid myself and saw that she was with John, a guy who used to study with us in college. I was devastated. I felt cold and numb. This feeling of being cheated on by your best friend was killing me. How can she? I considered her my everything, and she didn't even care telling me? I decided to confront her. I went to her place and asked her why she's behaving like this. Hey darling, surprise! Hey Kaya, what happened? Well, can I come in? Yeah, come in. Listen, Emma, I think there is something wrong between us. I mean, perhaps I'm overreacting, but I really miss you. Listen, Kaya, you have no right to invade my privacy, and you don't need to control my life. What? Don't act innocent. I'm dating John. You know John, right? Yes? He told me about you. Who are you to decide if I should date him or not? He just requested you to help him be friends with me, right? The truth is, I was afraid of losing Emma. I loved Emma so much. As a girl, she wanted more than what I could offer. I just didn't want to lose her. I'd seen this guy, John, with a lot of other girls, and none of them were happy after he left them for his next target. I wished Emma the best in life, and that was the end of our friendship. Life lesson? Friends' life goes on. I realized people are there in your life, not for you, but for themselves. They will be there till they feel their needs are being fulfilled. One day, they will be out of sight and out of mind. If you have such kind of experience, you can share it in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked my story, and subscribe to this channel to watch more such videos in the future. Hi everyone, my name is Sally and I'm 17 years old. I've been through such a ridiculous situation. Let me tell you about it. I attended the most reputed university, and my mum recently joined the same university and teaches literature. Dave and I are students of literature and attend my mum's lecture regularly. We've both been dating for the past 5 months, but we didn't let her know about our date. My mum was 40 years old, but unlike other professors, she was quite young looking, beautiful and hot in figure. After a month my mum joined, the university organised the annual event for which all the professors were asked to perform some or the other act. So my mum had decided to play the keyboard. Dave was very popular for playing the piano, and my mum knew about it. She knew that he is my BFF, so she called up Dave at home for teaching her piano. It didn't bother me much, as I was happy that I would get some more time to spend with Dave. Next day, Dave came home in the evening. Mum joined him in learning piano and sat beside him. That moment, Dave asked me to leave while teaching piano. He wants space. I was so annoyed, but looking at Mum, I just left quietly. This continued every day. Dave used to come and teach Mum in my absence. Now it started bothering me as being at home, he was not giving me much attention. The day before the annual event, piano classes were going on and I was passing through the room, where I saw Dave holding my mother's hand saying, "You look younger than your daughter. I'm fond of you." I pinched myself, wondering if it's a nightmare, but it wasn't. I started losing my temper on Dave, but more than him, on my mum. Dave was 20 years younger than her. I started feeling ashamed of my mum. I wanted to go and ask, but I was hesitant and just let it go. Next day at the university, all day Dave tried talking to me, but I refused to talk. After the event, he came and asked about the problem. I told him that I saw him flirting with my mum. Dave panicked, but smartly lied, telling me that my mum forced him to date her, else she will give him less grade in literature. Really? That doesn't sound weird? I started feeling more ashamed of my mother. That moment, my mum was announced as the best performer of the event, so she called Dave to the stage. Of course, credit goes to his teaching. On stage, my mum confessed, saying that there was a reason behind performing as a pianist. She wanted to know about Dave and his character. She knew that I was dating him, and from somewhere, she came to know about this. She said she dated Dave, my boyfriend, secretly to know how honest he is with me. But he failed to do so. My mum showed all the recording and the pictures that they took to everyone. The reason behind telling all this publicly was that in the future Dave should not play with any other girl. After listening to all of this, I went onto the stage and hugged my mum. She is the true caretaker of mine, and I was feeling ashamed of her. I too confessed about what I felt for her and decided that I will never hide anything from her again. If you also have such experiences in the past, you can share it in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you like my story, and subscribe to this channel to watch more such videos in the future.
Hi, I'm Harry. Twice the experience of my relationship went bad. In both of my serious relationships, I got cheated on. My first relationship started when I got married to Suzanne at the very young age of 20 years old. Suzanne and I were studying in the same university. Not just classmates, but we were both the best of friends. I was popular in bunking classes, sitting idle or roaming around in the university campus, singing and doing a rap. For doing all of this, she was my best company. Singing was our passion, and we never needed a reason to sing. Just a mood made both of us sing. Time passed by, and gradually we had fallen in love, where we used to sing, "You Got a Friend in Me." Now we love singing, "Every night in my dreams I see you, I feel you." And soon, without completing our studies, we got married. We were both enjoying our life, and for surviving, we planned to do recording in our flat. We bought a mic, speakers, amplifiers, and built a small recording studio in our flat. We took freelancing work for voiceover, and we earned a good amount of money for it. Our freelance work took both of us to another level, and after 2 years, we both saw financial growth. Setting up a huge sound studio needs a good investment, and this time we were capable to bear all the funds. No sooner, we purchased a new office near our apartment, bought and installed the music system and all the required sound accessories. After completing all the setup, we hired 2 boys, Calvin and John, as co-workers, and our work started. We all worked full-time, but did fun stuff and partied too. Everything was going cool, and after 6 months, I got even more great news. Suzanne was expecting a baby. What a remarkable day it was. I was blessed and I was loving life. God showered happiness on me until one day. 8 months passed by and Suzanne carried our baby safely until then. Then one day, as usual, I left for the studio. Suzanne was home along with our housemaid. Suzanne was dusting the staircase and accidentally she slipped and fell down. She got faint on the spot. Our maid was in the kitchen and because of the sound Suzanne made when she fell, she went out to see what happened. She was shocked looking at Suzanne lying on the floor. She immediately took her to the couch, called me, and then called the ambulance. We rushed to the hospital, and Suzanne was taken to the operation theater. I was wrecked and worried for my wife, and for the baby too. I was praying that both of them should be safe, but unfortunately, I got the news that we lost our baby. I was disheartened, but I kept myself calm because I didn't want to make Suzanne more sad. I went to see Suzanne when she was unconscious, and wasn't aware of who was around her. Her eyes were closed, and she was chanting, "Calvin, Calvin." I was confused initially, but later I realized that Calvin is the boy who works in my studio. After a while, she woke up and asked me about our baby. But at the moment, I was thinking, why was she talking about the name Calvin? I wanted to know the truth. So rather than telling her about the baby, I directly questioned her about Calvin. What is going on between you and Calvin? She said, "Calvin and I? Are you mad?" I told her that she was chanting Calvin's name when she was unconscious. She panicked and began to sob. She said that she was dating Calvin from the last 2.5 years, and the baby who got miscarried is actually his and not mine. I felt cheated. I had no words and just went away, leaving my wife behind. I got a divorce with her and broke off the relationship clean and kept myself busy with work. I also removed Calvin from the job and hired more new people. We started taking more projects and I did promotion of my work to most of the social media sites. I even made the advertisement and sold it to the advertisers. It took me a year to come out of my marriage incident. Then one day, I received an email from Rose. She was looking for a sound studio for designing some of her videos. We met to get the deal finalized. She was tall, beautiful, and hot in figure. She wanted to get 30 videos of hers designed within 3 months, and she was ready to pay a huge amount for the same. We got the deal done, and all my coworkers worked day and night to complete the project. I was planning to buy a car, and the amount of money which I was supposed to get from this project was sufficient. I started meeting with Rose frequently for the same project, and gradually the professional meetup changed to personal. I shared my personal problems of my wife with her. We started hanging around often and soon started dating each other. I was enjoying her company a lot. Our relationship got stronger, and I could blindly trust her. Days passed by, and finally, all her video designs were completed. Rose was thrilled with the work. She asked me to give her all the music files and the hard disk, but one of my coworkers said that we can't provide all the files and that she'd need to pay us first. Rose looked at me and said, "Oh dear, don't spoil my plan. Tomorrow we're going for a romantic date. I'll give you your payment there along with the surprise." I was ecstatic to know that tomorrow was a big day. I started dreaming about my future with her, and my senses weren't working, and I let her take the hard disk. The next day, I went to said location. She had invited me to a hotel, and the seats were already reserved. I sat on the chair and was waiting for her. She was late, so I called her, but her phone wasn't connecting. Then a waiter came along with a glass of wine. He served me the glass and gave me a note. I surprisingly opened the note to find, "Thanks, honey, for the sounds. You did a fabulous job. And your surprise is that I have left town. Enjoy the wine, Dumbo." My mind was just not ready to accept that, but the fact was, even she cheated on me. Just to get all the video done for free, she played with me. How could she do that? All girls are the same. They have no feelings. I feel like I can't trust anybody now. I don't know whether I'll ever be able to trust anyone. I visited a psychologist and took some therapy so that I can relax my mind. Nowadays, I just remain confused, and it's become difficult for me to make any decision in my life. Kindly suggest for me what I should do in the comment box. If you've also had an experience in the past or any suggestions which will be helpful for me, then kindly share it in the comment section below. Subscribe to this channel to watch more such videos in the future.